hit, one kill.
One hit, one kill. We're coming for you, boy. We seek and destroy. Sometimes we gotta stop and breathe. Sometimes we gotta stop.
ban whoever I want in the chat this time. Um, I'm not looking at anyone in particular, but green as if you're there. Uh, Mr. Tazo, welcome. You're like third in line. Well, actually, you're probably first in line still. But how are you feeling on that side?
Yes.
Pingers, how does it feel to be back?
I'm just waiting for the first thing to go wrong. It's been smooth sailing so far, but
Oh, yes.
it'll come. I
Death,
haven't.
taxes, and something
Yeah.
breaking.
Me and Gareth are on about. I haven't streamed since the draft show because you two have got so good at producing your own show. You don't need me anymore.
Well. Oh, there we go. First ban already, guys. Scotland, goodbye. Yeah, let's get rid of him.
I mean, I would love you to
600
continue doing it.
seconds.
I can't remember. I can't remember how to unban people. So,
I mean, I meant to do it for 60 seconds, but Leroy.
so we've got Monaco. A lot of people saying Monaco or Singapore to start.
Also,
Beastie,
you've already been called out once by Slow Dog. He actually says that it's the third most important night, which he technically is right now. Double draft night next week.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah, true. Double draft night. And there is going to be a little bit of a twist to draft night. We're not going to do 1, 2, and 3 in one night and 4, 5, and 6 in another. Maybe more, maybe less.
Not
probably
less.
more.
Hopefully less.
The way things are going, the guys who are doing the TTs, congratulations.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you've over exaggerated a percentage or not. You've done a cracking job nonetheless. Luke Chef, is that pronunciation correct? Thank you for the follow.
One of the new drivers.
So yeah, let's get down to it. I guess I think we're doing the track draw first.
No, we normally do the team owners first.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do the team owners first.
God, Gareth.
I'll go back in my corner.
Oh, we can do the team owners. Obviously, you can't see it, so what I'll do is I'll announce each one, and then you can have a little chat about the team owner. So, first up, this is where it's going to go wrong immediately, but let's hope not.
Oh yeah, because
There we go.
You've got the,
So-
the list of the thingies.
List of what?
The tracks on the right hand side.
Yeah, that's for later.
Okay,
They're empty at the
off.
minute. So anyway, the first team owner announcement is Slow Dog 76 at McLaren.
So third season in a row now for Slow Dog, is it? I want to say.
I want to say, yeah, I think it is. He'll correct us and tell us that we're wrong, and it's only his second. Actually, yeah, this will be his third because I'm sure he took over, or he took team owner after being with me at the end of
I don't think it's third
2019.
in a row, but it is his third.
Yeah, no, it's third in a row because he was with me 3 seasons ago, and then he became
Yeah,
a
it's
team
his
owner the
third.
next season. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's good to see Slow Dog still kicking around in a McLaren this time.
Yeah, I mean, if you want experience, that man is the man you want to go with because apart from, myself and very, very, very few others, he's been one of the guys who've been around here for a very long time. And yeah, I think he's been my teammate like 3 times, 4 times. It's incredible. I don't know why it keeps happening. So if any other team owners who come out want to pick me, then please do.
He races in chase cam.
Wow. Pickers has spoken.
Pingers didn't need to say anything other than that. That's fine. Okay, let's. Yeah.
Right, let's move on to the next one. It's Red Bull and it's Scotsman 5.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That's not meant to be him. Can you double check the list for me, Fingers? Make sure that's right.
Is it? Is that wrong?
I think that's wrong.
Fuck off! Have you changed the list since you sent it the other night?
Well, Scotsman in a car as a team owner. I mean, there's
I mean,
something
he has
not right
disbanded
there.
him from the chat.
Are you trolling me?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's trolling you.
Right, you're fucking knobhead. I'm sat here thinking like, oh, first thing I've got wrong.
Resist it.
Yeah, sorry, Pingers. Yeah,
There we
you've
go.
got to
I've
get
timed
you've got to
them out
get
so you
used
can
to.
comment.
Why does
What
flying
do I
look
say about
squished? I
Scotsman?
don't know.
What do I say about Scotsman? Well, I mean, he probably will do a good job. If I'm being honest, he's actually very hard worker. I'll give him that. And I think last season being in a slightly slower, more consistent league probably did help him as well. So, yeah, one to keep an eye out on. I'm not going to say he'll do, he'll win the title, but I think if he can build a good team around him, he could definitely be one to be wary of.
Please do not let me be in this team, thanks.
Can we pull rank on draft night and put Greeners in the Red Bull?
Yeah. Yep. Greeners, congratulations. You're the first person to be announced that team.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's good to see Scotsman in it. He obviously had a little hand in helping Molag last season when he was having his work and stuff in the getting in the way. So, but it's nice to see him in a team ownership. See what he does as a full season.
Okay, so next
Cool.
up
Let's move on.
is gonna be in Alpine. It's Light Shock 16.
Now this is it was a real shock to see Light Shock go for it. We don't often get
Blue flag, I mean, it can't be true, can it?
We don't
Can't
often get a
carry
blue
this on
flag.
As long as I don't join Keith.
thanks. Thanks, Greeners. You just deafened us.
Oh, is that really loud? I can't change the volume
no,
of that.
that was,
I'm sorry.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect for me. Gareth's volumes are too loud.
Yeah, probably my volumes are too loud, to be fair. But yeah, no, really great to see Lightshot go for it. Don't often see an F1 driver of his caliber, because he should be a title contender, especially after last season's performance. Like week in, week out. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does this as a balancing act, really.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've been pushing Shetlock to try and do something a bit more like a team owner or even sort of join my staff team. And every time he's like, I'm not interested, I just want to do driving. So it's good to chuck himself out there. And yeah, I mean, the guy, you've heard him on streams, you've heard him do comms. He's a friend of knowledge when it comes to playing these games, and he will definitely help most people develop.
And undoubtedly make you laugh as well.
Oh yeah.
Right, so the next team owner is... Oh no.
Dun, dun,
This is the
dun.
reserve team? Why is
There
that
it
in the
is.
middle? Why is that in the middle? Right, there's the first mistake of the stream. Had to have
To
it.
be fair, Alfa Romeo, we can say, that's the reserve team. There we go.
Yeah,
Done.
there we go. Alfa Romeo,
Yeah.
reserve
So
team.
no one's getting Alfa Romeo.
So, next team owner is... It's the return of F1XL Dom in the Alpha Tauri.
Dom, dom, dom. I mean, yeah.
Very
Dom
long-standing
is-
team owner. Before,
Yeah.
I think he's only had the last season out.
If I remember correctly, he's probably, I think he was actually a team owner in just about every single season that we did team owners.
It's an odd that he hasn't chosen the other Alpha, but yeah, Dom's been a long-standing team owner. I think he was when we reintroduced team ownership back in, was it season 10? I think he came back and he's only had one season out. So I mean, fair play to him. He likes the job.
And to be fair, he has chosen the right Alpha because, let's be brutally honest, the white tires on that car just make it look so much nicer. Like, it's probably one of the nicest cars in the grid in my opinion, just partly because of that. But yeah, I think he'll do well this season. I think he's back, and he's going to be back with a vengeance as well.
Beastie's already said he, Don better look after that team. Beastie's had some success there, so.
Right, so next team owner up is in the Aston Martin. It's Trolled.
Trolled.
I will double check my notes, but as far as I remember, this was the most sought after car by everybody.
I'm 100% certain that is correct. I mean, it's a nice car, but I think it's because it's so different now that obviously it's gone from pink to the British Racing Green as Aston Martin. I mean, I wouldn't mind driving for that car, to be fair. Light Shock saying that's why I didn't go for the car. I mean, to be honest, I think if Light Shock did, I'm not going to give away the.
Yeah, most people. I think 6 different team owners went for it. Looking at this here, which isn't a surprise. It is a lovely car, but ultimately, it did cause us absolute headaches when we were trying to allocate team owners to teams, as you can imagine.
You got anything actually to say about Trolled and not the car that he's picked?
Nah, I don't mind Trolled. I literally do not care about him. I mean, the guy's from Kent. That's all we really need to say about him, isn't it?
I do feel so sorry for Troll, because that's never going to die. I mean, to be fair, he's had success in Team Owner before, so I don't think he's won it, but he's had some good battles.
He had a fairly solid season last season as a team owner, I believe, but he was outclassed by his own teammate, which, yeah, let's just say about that the better, I suppose, eh? Chips and Davy's going to pipe up any minute now in the chat, just be like, yes, he did. I think there's been a progression of Trolled going upwards, so I think this is the season that Trolled wins it. I'm calling it now.
Blue flag, I mean, it can't be true, can it?
Thank you very much, Beastie. Much appreciated. And Chips and Davey gets the gifted sub out of it as well. So
it's almost like the gifted subs knew. Talking about Davey, so give him the sub.
Let's move on then. Tass's prediction for is Trolled for the title. So we'll wait and see. I'll do mine at the end.
Right, so that's Trolled in the Aston Martin. Next up is in the Williams. It's TES Big Wee.
So Big Wee taking what I thought would be a little bit more sought after as a TO car, to be honest. It's quite a nice one. Big Will. It's the first time he's gone for team ownership, so.
Is it?
Is it?
No, I think he's been team owner before.
No. He
Yeah.
hasn't? Has he?
I'm sure he was. Well, if you can clear that out for me, I'm pretty sure Will was, like, quite a few seasons ago, but he was.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
He was a commentator.
Ah, he applied for it, that's
He
why.
applied,
There we
yeah.
go, yeah.
I think it was he applied for it the season we got like 19 team owner applications.
To be fair.
Yeah, it's going to be. But I mean, we still had a fair few this time round. There's a few on there that I'm gutted not to have been given a chance. But obviously, I think this is since the reintroduction of team owners. This is apart from the first season, obviously, the largest.
Nah, I think we had a couple more last season, but that was when we had all the guys who were there last season, wasn't it? But even so, as per usual, you guys have turned up in your numbers to go for it. But Gareth, Will, what do you think? Good team owner, crap team owner?
I think he will be a brilliant team owner. He knows his stuff. He might not be as quick as some of the other guys out there, but he's done the commentary. He knows if he can get the right team around him, I reckon he's going to be I don't want to say it just yet, but he's going to be one of my favourites for the title. I don't want to say he's definitely going to be my favourite, but I'll say that at the end, who I do think is.
Fair. I mean, if I'm going to go on definite form, Big Will's going to win the title this season. I'm just going to say that to everybody now. I personally have to admit, I think obviously Will last season doing the commentary, he's been able to scout the F3 grid at least. I think he's done a little bit of F2 at times as well. I think he's probably the team owner with one of the biggest advantages because he's seen more racing from these guys on the grid than any other team owner. So I think he will probably definitely be one to pick right quite a lot of the time.
I mean, I look forward to seeing what he can produce, and obviously over the 2 nights of draft light, I'm sure he will give us some entertainment as well. I know Mark is. Intro music every time he comes in.
Oh yeah, all of his draft night picks, he's gonna have to. Oh, hold on.
Timely
Oh.
reminder. F1XL Norris is a Liverpool fan and Jeff is his best friend.
Why has
been
she
a
gone
long time.
really American? She's gone really
Yeah,
American.
I'm not
Yep.
sure what's something there. But yeah, light shock on draft night is gonna be. Well, at least he gets to do it over 2 nights. But first of all, he's got to make his pick. But second of all, he's got to immediately try and find a wrestling theme song that goes with that pick. For every so he's got double picks to make on draft night for every pick.
We'll just keep him in the party, and then as soon as he, you know, I'm sure he'll have an intro for everyone before he's even signed anyone. Anyway, let's move on to the next team owner.
Okay.
I'm sure Big Will is going to do a fantastic job.
So next up in the Ferrari is PRS Carroll.
So another new one. I'm another one that I'm surprised about as well. I'm not saying that Carroll isn't an outstanding member of the community or anything, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
never
the
thought
pre-type
he
message
would
ready
be-
to go.
I was gonna say he's had that copied, ready to go.
Holy shit, Carroll! It would be even funnier if he never got team ownership as well.
Oh, I know.
So
You know what, right? The thing is,
Take
we
your
don't
message
tell
and
any of
tuck
these
it between
guys-
your legs.
But we don't tell any of these guys in advance what teams they've got. So he must have had one of these written out for every single one of the teams.
Oh, jeez. Fair play, Carol. You've got yourself in there. But yeah, no, I'm surprised he's gone like he's here. Obviously, we know him weeks in advance who's applied, but you know, I'm surprised it's a surprise one for me. But I'm glad for it as well. I'm sure he's going to do a fantastic job. I think though for him, he's got to have someone he can lean on in that team. I could be totally wrong, and he goes and smashes it. But we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to have to be very careful with some of his selections, and this isn't going to try and sound like a dig towards you, Carol, but I think go for people who you think will produce good results rather than people who you're friendly with. I don't think you will, but I've seen people do it in the past and it go horribly wrong. Madman.
Didn't the reserve team beat Madman?
Yeah.
I think I beat their entire team. Nah,
Matt
probably not. I was in
45
F1.
No, Matt 45 did beat
Oh yeah, it was.
Madman's team in a season, which was just glorious. But yeah, I think Carol's a very studious person when it comes to F1 as a whole. You know, he does a lot of stuff outside of XL as well. He knows the right people, and I think the right personnel. And I'd be very surprised if he finishes near the bottom or has a really poor season. I think Selection-wise, he can get it right. He just needs to remember, go for what's right for him.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Is
Let's
there
move on.
another one?
There should be.
Sure. Okay. Yep. It's the Haas of My Life FC.
My lag is back, but this time in the Haas, which I don't like that car.
I'll be
Just
brutally
looks
honest.
horrible.
The only reason that my life is in there is because he paid enough money. That's why.
He went full Maverspin.
Yeah. And I mean,
just-
if anybody wants to be picked by him, then please go join them because nobody else does.
Oh, leave him alone. I'll race for him.
Yeah, I'm not talking about him.
the paid TO.
I'm talking about that livery. I just don't like it.
No. Anyway, look, enough about the livery for 5 minutes. My lag, he's going to be an interesting one, and I'm sure there's going to be a bit of rivalry between him and Scotsman because of their helping each other out last season as TOs for the Tracing Point team. So, yeah, I'm sure they're both going to want to get one over on each other.
I think my life has to send a message to everybody this season that he's still capable of being a team owner. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but a lot of last season, Scotsman did a lot of work for that team. And without Scotsman being there, I wonder what would happen with the team. So my life needs to step up and really prove himself this season, I think.
Right, so
We should have one more team,
next team owner
I think.
is Mercedes F1XL Jimmy.
Yep.
I thought Taz was going to say something. Mercedes is a team that, I mean, F1XL Jimmy, he's changed his game attack for us, so fair play to him. And it's I don't know. I actually quite like this Mercedes. I don't know why. The look of it. Anyway, enough about Mercedes. So Jimmy, what was his game attack before? Was it
Jimmy AFC?
Yeah. Is it AFC Jimmy or something? I mean, he had
It was Jimmy AFC, I think, but yeah.
had a bit of an interesting season in F2. I mean, he took a victory. I mean, it's a new one. It's an interesting one to come through, and sometimes this kind of team owner does really well.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
I completely
choosing
agree.
the Mercedes is a bit taboo in F1XL, but maybe you can finally turn the Mercedes look around.
I'm sorry, I've just seen Joshua.
What's Joshua said?
My pitch to all team owners: 34, married, 4 kids, own house, own car, own teeth, own hair. Will bring memes. Good little runner. And the
I
F1
mean-
champ.
Jimmy
Oh.
AFC, there we go, that's what it used to be.
Yeah, Jimmy. AFC.
Yeah, I obviously it's one of those names that you don't really expect to see. I think there was a bit of surprise in the chat from what I've seen. You're right, he picked up a win at Monaco of all places, and he was F3 before then, so maybe not one of the most well-known guys in the league compared to some other names we've said, but he raced last season for 2 teams, and those 2 teams were Red Bull and Haas, number 1 and number 2 in the overall standings. So he knows what it's like to be around a winning mentality, which can only be positive news, surely.
Yeah. I mean, I really think that you're saying he's not that well known compared to some of the others. I think that's going to help him just narrow down some of the, like, not be blinkered as such. And he knows some of the, obviously 2 of the big rivals of last season, so he knows some of the strongest drivers and some of the ones that are really performing well, got off with a bit of confidence. So I could imagine this is a real dark horse for the title with him being as a team owner.
Yeah. If he has the same stubbornness as our other Dutch correspondent, who shall remain nameless, Yeah, I think he's got a good chance.
Any of them. He's got the stubbornness of any of them that we've had in the admin team. He will do incredible.
Yes. Death, taxes, and an argument with a Dutchman.
Um, anyway, so that should be all the team owners, I believe.
Yes, it is.
And in the Caterham,
Oh, if only.
Virgin
I'm
Racing,
super
the one
agree.
team made for greeners, yeah?
So yeah, it's some incredible team owners there. Some very. What's happening with the? Sorry, I'm just
making
saying
it
slow dog.
I'm just
Oh,
making
right,
it.
okay.
I'm just putting it over there. There's no smooth transition for that. It's just you make it fucking smaller and you stick it in the corner, and now we can do the track draw. That's the
I'm just
transition.
doing it like.
Just quickly before you do the track draw, I will just say as well, just for all those who applied and haven't got the good news that they're a team owner next season, it's nothing against you. It's just that the application field this season was right up there with the strongest that we've seen in a long time. So, yeah, it's difficult for us to try and narrow that down from however many we had down to, 9 people. But yeah, we've made a decision. Apologies if it didn't go your way, but don't take it as a negative connotation, and make sure that if you feel stronger for it next season, go for it again. Don't think, oh, I've not got it once, I'll never get it again.
Yeah.
Apart from Scotsman, he's not a strong TO. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, it's gutting for to not get there. You guys that have got there, congratulations. But the ones that haven't, like Taz said, don't feel disheartened. We've had a really strong candidates for it this year. So heads up, go for it next year, and prove to the, because obviously it goes down to admin vote and what have you, and just prove to the admins that they were wrong. Go for that. Use that as your motivation.
And even offer to help your team owner for this season and say, listen, I want to try be a team owner in the future. What can I do to help you?
Onto my life had to pay to be the TO, but Scotsman's the pity TO. Oh, I know there's a reason why we keep Bunter around. And that is it. Witty remarks like that. Love it, Bunter. Okay, track draw time. Tazo, you said it's going to be something like Spain, didn't you? A horrible track.
Yeah,
to
it's
start
going to be
the
a
season.
horrible track for the first one.
Pingers?
Mexico.
Mexico. Okie doke.
We ready?
Let's see. Let's
Yep,
see if
go
it's
for
the
it.
same as last season, which was Abu Dhabi.
So, spin the first one. Great Britain.
Oh, that's a nice start.
Yeah, round 17 last season.
I mean, if there was a way to start the season, that's probably got to be one of them for me. I quite like Silverstone as an opener.
Yeah, I mean
that's
it's a good one. Some nice. Roland hates it. Redraw, redraw.
Of course. All I wanted was fucking Denvert.
Fuck off.
I thought you said Denmark then.
Yes!
Oh dear. Oh.
Right, next track. Shall I spin?
Yeah, go for it. I'll just reply to Sky. Imola and the new tracks aren't on there yet because they're not in the game.
Azerbaijan.
Oh, there it is. You said number 1G, it's number 2.
It's second round last season as well, Azerbaijan. So 2 seasons in a row, well, 3 seasons in a row, it has had early starts. I believe it was
I think
the
3
first
seasons in a row it's been the second race, is it not?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know how we've managed to do that, but yeah.
Maybe we should make that a thing now going forward, that we randomize our tracks, but every season we just have Azerbaijan second.
Second.
It's not going into the track draw anymore. It's just always gonna have its place as the second race.
Azerbaijan was the first race of the season in season 16.
Oh,
And
okay.
season 15, it was round 13.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Wank track by Party Hard. Straight to the point.
Right, so next track. Canada.
A Pinger's
time.
favourite right there.
One of them, yeah. Well, Bahrain's my favourite, but I do like Canada.
I mean, it's an old favourite for a lot. A time trial track from last season. Corner cutting's going to be fun. I'm not sure. I've not done it yet. Yeah, I've done that yet on it. But yeah, always produces some good racing, even if Frozen Gamers takes you out across the start finish line.
Oh man, I'll never forget that. Just driving past the carcass of your car while crossing the line. Oh, those were the days.
Right, so next up for round 4 is going to be the ASR track, France.
I believe that was round 3 last season. So interesting. It seems like an early season track for us. Produced some really good racing in the ASR actually. So I mean, it's a shame it's so terrible in real life, but in the game, it seems like it's got a new lease of life.
Yeah, I do you know. I think it's one of those. The first season it was out, everyone was sort of a bit tentative about it, but I think after a little bit of racing on it, people are really starting to enjoy that track. And I think you're right in what you're saying. It was third last time, and I think it was third the time before that as well. If I remember, it was really early, like the last couple of seasons. So it's almost becoming like Baku in France at the start of the season.
I'm trying to think. I believe it was second in season 16. Season 15, it was second as well. So since it's been reintroduced into the calendar, it's only ever been near the front.
Except from all those damn reruns, but yeah.
I mean, it's no many calls, but what's track number 5, Pingers?
Spin now. It's Hungary.
I mean, I am a little bit, but after.
I guarantee
anything
if we
like
went
the
and watched the VODs back from every single track draw me and you have done, you've said that every time.
Yeah, I reckon so. Never gets old though.
and I'm never not hungry. No.
Also true. I can vouch for that. I've sat in a buffet with this man before, and Jesus Christ.
All you can eat. All you can eat. Did we miss a sub somewhere?
No?
Oh no, Greeners and Beastie. Sorry, it's just jumped up from 17 to 19 for me. So thank you for all of those guys. Yeah, so Hungary, good track. If it's anything like the track we've just had in the real life F1 as well, we could be in for a cracker as well. It's one of my favourite tracks, to be honest. I've always liked Hungary. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, especially at this early stage.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is a technical, challenging track, but subject to beliefs, I genuinely think it is a good overtaking track if you're racing against the right people. So, I mean, I won it, 2 seasons ago, so I think I might try and start this game the same way. Right, Pingers, what's the next track?
It's Brazil.
The famous end of season. I wish this was still the end of the season track. In real F1 that is. I just love this track. I love Brazil. Always has thrown good racing in, whether I'm commentating racing or watching. I mean, is that Glock really never gets old?
Yes, it does.
I mean, probably, but yeah, I really like this track. I've had some good wins here, good races with Nick, F1XL Nick, and yeah, it's generally has quite a few wet races as well. So I always like that. Oh bollocks! Yes, I want no Nuthead. Hold it, Nuthead, because I've got something for you when I take over the stream later on.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our sign to disappear, so those two can have their moment on stream together.
Right, so spinning for the next track. Australia.
Yeah, I don't really like Australia. I don't know why. And I think the thing that annoys me more about the game is the fact that they've not got the new version of Australia on the game. And they're not going to have it on the game. Even though they know what it is, and they know how it's going to work, and it's not going to take a lot of work to do it. Yeah, I think they've made a mistake with that one. But the ominous sort of fast chicane, that's the bit that always kills people. It just becomes a survival race at that point when you go to the lower leagues anyway. So, nah, not for me. Gareth?
I like Australia. I mean, that chicane is a bit of a pain at the end of sector, or start of sector 3, end of sector 2, whatever. And it is a little bit of survival, but as an overall, I've always quite liked Australia as a track. It's one of your favourites as well, Pingers, isn't it?
I love Australia, yeah. That's how I always
just
end up
quickly-
so high in league placement.
Yeah, you're damn right. Just quickly, Carbon. Yeah, we can't put the new tracks in because they aren't on the game. We don't know when they're going to be on the game either. We'd love to have them on now as a guess, but who knows? It could be next week. It could be, March next
Yeah,
year.
there's no time scale. So, next
yeah,
track.
next track.
China.
Don't know what it is, but I seem to like China. A lot of people don't. It's one of those tracks I've always done well at.
I like China as well. I think it's one of the most underrated tracks on the calendar. It's pretty much got everything on there that you want, and if it's raining, it's even better. I hope it never leaves the calendar because I do like it. I think it's brilliant. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, and I think we will see some surprise finishes, especially on this game. Some people are going to do some interesting things here.
Say it. Go on, say it.
Right. Oh, I've spun the wheel.
No. He wants to say it, and I'm not going to say whatever he wants to say.
Next track's USA.
Oh, Canada. Oh, no, wait, wrong track.
I've already done that one.
The home of Sky,
Yeah,
the Senpai. USA.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of Austin's track, to be honest. It's brought up some good good commentary races for me in F1 over the years.
Yep.
But yeah, as overall to drive, I'm not a fan of it. But yeah.
I was lucky enough to be covering Gareth on comms when we did USA last season, and I remember Binary versus Harvey from pretty much the straight all the way up until about turn 3, turn 4. It was just ridiculous. But again, I agree with you. I don't really think it's one of those tracks that's very good. It feels like they've tried to pull the best parts of other tracks and just melded it really badly together. But yeah, it's on the circuit. We have to deal with it. Yeah. Fingers, spin that wheel.
Next track is Monaco.
Pretty much mid-season, Monaco. It's a good one. I think it's better mid-season, Monaco, because there's less chance of people rage quitting.
No, just rage joints, thanks.
Oh, there it is. It's been a long time since we've had a stream interrupted by Simon, but there we go.
Yes.
Monaco, Monaco, Monaco. I mean, I think last season we had some outrageous races, and even the season before, I think remember Arnie getting his first win in F4, it would have been, I think it was. Fruit Loops ballsing it up once again. It's one of those, you either love it or you hate it, as you can see in the chat. A lot of people hating it, but I think it's at a good time. It's a good enough gap between Azerbaijan and Monaco. I think there was one season where we literally had it back to back, and people just didn't want to race for 2 weeks. So, I'm quite looking forward to Monaco. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, next track pickers.
It's Netherlands.
So the home of Roland. Zandvoort, he will be wanting to do good there. I don't know. Does Roland actually really like this track? I think he's just he just likes
Everyone
it.
likes this track.
It's a proper driver's track.
Hey, I like this track.
Yeah.
It's a fast track. Everybody likes it.
It's a nice track.
I feel like you don't really, like, apart from that straight, you don't really have time to stop. Like, I mean, you're it's like Monaco but with a lot more space. You've got a lot more time to sort of yeah. Turn 3 curb is a killer now apparently. So yeah, that's me fucked. Gareth, you going to say anything else about it apart from Roland?
No, I'm not really. I'm not a fan of the track, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah, it's just not good for me.
Right, next track is going to be Mexico.
I like Mexico. My one and only race in Mexico. Well, my one and only race in XL for a long time is Mexico, and even though I sabotaged my own race, I still had a cracking result there. And
Yes.
I just think it's a good flowing track throughout. Okay, that middle to end like sector 2. If you don't get it right, it can be a killer, but it's just a nice track in general, and we've had some expensive. Well, it would be expensive if they were really real F1 cars at the start of the race, where 5 wide and they just crash, and it's brilliant. I love it. I love Mexico.
Yeah. I mean, we've had the good, the bad, and downright disgraceful at Mexico. I can think of some absolutely amazing races. And then I also remember things like there was 4 cars being taken out before turn 1 a few seasons ago. Everyone who's been here for more than a couple of seasons will remember me and Manus in season 16. That was an awkward one. And then Gareth dive bombing Lord Agson to take P4 off of him. Just killing him.
Was it?
Yes,
it wasn't
It was.
dive bomb though, was it? It was around
It
the outside,
was.
was it not?
No, it was.
It was like-
It was inside a long way out. And you basically just punted straight into the side of him because you
No,
got
I
your
thought I
braking
went.
wrong.
I thought I went around the outside and just cut his. I don't know. I thought I cut him off from the outside, but
You took it, Lord Accent. There we go.
yeah, that's all. I am still sorry to this day. Sorry, Lord Axon. But he's back this season, isn't he? So.
Oh, and Scotsman putting on inters. Oh, how could I forget? Oh, yeah. Try
anyway.
keep it so that idiots. Go and keep Keith fucking fingers. Next track.
Track 13.
Austria.
Round 19 last season. Yeah, Austria's a nice track. Short. Get some good opportunities to overtake into turns 2 and 4. We've had some really good racing between, was it King Liam, Binary and Vidal? I think it was the only time they ever got on because it was a good race. So, yeah, no, it does produce some really good racing, Austria, so I'm looking forward to this one. I wouldn't mind it as a season finale either, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's a very exciting race. Obviously, you did say it's a very quick track, but again, it's full of opportunities. And I think the DMS train is so important around here as well that if you fall out of there, you could become in deep trouble as well.
It's a good mid-season track because it has the potential to throw up an unexpected result.
Yeah, to be fair,
I-
it
I-
can sort of.
I keep
spread the
forgetting
title a
Simon's
bit.
in here, so when he's talking, I'm like, Pinger's voice has changed. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah, anybody who practices well can actually win Austria. It's a good track to try on,
Unless you Dom the Noodle.
unless you Dom the Noodle
Or Greeners at the pit lane.
or Greeners in the pit lane. I was just about to say that.
Oh, right. Go on, Pingers. Track 14.
It's Italy.
Okay, so basically we're going to be running about 90% throttle for 2 weeks running. That's what I gather from that. What is brakes? So, yeah, another really quick track. Another DRS train. Yeah. Often throws up a wet race as well, which is quite fun.
I mean, we've had some interesting things here. We've had some highs, lows. We were talking about season 5 earlier in the WhatsApp chat, Taz, and that was a title decider for F3 back in the day. So it's produced some good racing. I'd love to have Imola, but we've got Monza, so we'll have to. Well, it's going to bring up a great racing nonetheless. I believe Italy was round 10 last season. We've had some heartbreak here. We've had Master Swain pedals breaking on him on his charge back through the field after broken front wing, I believe, 2 seasons ago, and he was on fire. Him and Pred in the Red Bull. That was a great race to watch, and I think that's what essentially handed Binary the title. Just that confidence from that forward.
Yeah. Next track.
Roland. Oh fuck, Spain is still there.
Next track is Japan.
So, Japan. I really like this track. I know there's a fair few people out there that really like this track as well. I think it's produced some really, really good racing in the past as well. I think there's been a few bad races as well, but I think it's all down to strategy. It's a lot more strategy than people make it out for.
Yeah, I think it's a... Go on, Simon.
I was going to say, if you don't love Suzuka, then you're wrong.
I think it's a proper driver's track. It is quite technical at points. There is a little bit where you've got to be fly out and go in fast corners, but ultimately that sector 1 is for me right up there as one of the best sectors in any track. I just love driving up those S's, but I think it's always one of those that does produce good racing. I remember 2 seasons ago in particular there was a slog between Slow Dog, Chips and Davey, me and my teammate at the time, and then Arnie decided to disconnect from Xbox Live and destroy the lobby. But yeah, tactics is so important in this, and if you get your tactics wrong, then you're going to be in the arse end of nowhere.
We've also, going to real F1, we've had some cracking races here as well, some controversy, and we're not used to. Well, we're not used to controversy in F1XL at times as well. We've had Binary bottle a championship here. We've had Vidal and King Liam coming together here, and Vidal coming off much worse. But we've also had some championships decided here. We've had, obviously, Senna and Prost and their controversy. But we've also had Damon Hill outperform Michael Schumacher in a wet race, which doesn't happen very often. And obviously he took his maiden championship there as well. So a little bit of history on F1 side there. You might be able to tell that I'm a little bit of a Damon Hill fan. So yeah, let's get the next track. 6 to go.
Next track is Abu Dhabi.
Oh, I wanted an Abu Dhabi finale. I'm not gonna lie.
So round 1 last season is now round 16. We had a wet race at Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, we did.
So anything is now possible. We might end up with you know, a race around Nuketown now because we've had wet weather at Abu Dhabi. It's not everyone's favourite track, but they are doing some changes to it, like Australia.
But once again, we're not getting those changes until the next game, unfortunately, which is a big shame. Mine and Simon's first commentary gig together. George making it round 1.5 corners before spinning into a wall. Yes, we'll never forget that one. I personally think this is a very underrated track. I think a lot of people seem to say that they don't like it, but I think it always produces some good racing.
I think it's the artificial nature of it was what people don't like it. Sorry, Peter,
yeah, so I was just seeing what Sky put in the chat, because I used to remember getting rain at Bahrain all the time as well on the game, and I got into the games before I even got into actual F1, so I thought it actually would usually rain at Bahrain because I had more wet races there than dry races. And then it was only when obviously I figured out where it actually was in the world, and I was like, oh, it doesn't rain here.
So I've just had the cat pull the headset out of the back of the PC.
I think we heard your PC fan. We should go for the next track. Round 17 is Russia.
So Russia was round 4 last season, if I remember correctly. It's a horrid track to drive. It's a horrid track to watch on real F1, but it has brought some of the most incredible racing in F1XL. It's one that I really look forward to on the calendar each season, because I don't know what they do, or you guys do out there, but you make it interesting every time.
Speak for yourself. I remember getting so annoyed on commentary because no one would overtake anybody. Everyone was just sat behind each other.
Yeah, it was very tentative. It was awful to commentate on.
Yeah. I
You
like
guys,
Russia
obviously, they just prefer to race in front of me, guys. You guys are just, they just want to hear warderisms.
Warderisms. I mean, no comment, I think, is the right phrase there. I completely agree. I think it is a great track to drive on. I don't understand how people find it so difficult to overtake, but maybe that's just me being an aggressive person. So I personally think I would. Yeah, definitely. And it's been a time trial track as well, so everybody should be up to speed on that one pretty quickly.
Fair enough.
And
4 to go.
4 to go. Oh.
So, spin for the next track.
Do we have the final countdown ready?
Belgium.
We're still on for the Singapore finale!
Or a Bahrain finale.
Oh man, if it goes Spain next, either me or Fingers is going to be very happy.
Or no one's going to be happy.
Yeah, and Spain's going to get it.
Belgium, one of the most historic tracks on the calendar. It would have been nice to finish with Belgium as well, to be fair. Produced some great racing. I think I remember its confused light shock with a few seasons ago with the rain just not quite rainy enough. So he messed his strategy up a little bit. I mean, anyone at that rate could have done. It's a really nice track though, Rouge and Radion, really challenging. Though I hear rumours have it that is going to change soon.
Yeah, I mean, what else can be said about that track? It's quite often one of those tracks again where the field gets spread out pretty quickly if you're not in that sort of group of cars towards the front end. And Sector 2, you need to be on it from start to finish. I've seen so many cars spin out in Sector 2, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Right, let's find out what's round 19. Oh, it's Bahrain.
Oh no.
Still on for Singapore!
No. We're getting a Spain finish. Bahrain is, I mean, one of the most used tracks over the last couple of seasons. Someone said in the chat, do a double header at the end of the season. One at Bahrain, I think, night race double header. But no,
no, they
Bahrain,
meant that it might have been Singapore and then Bahrain, which are both night races.
Okay. Oh, I could have. Oh, that would have been good as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, another good track. had some great races here. An ASR a couple of seasons ago where Taz tapped the wall and exploded. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Personally, Bahrain, love it. Great track. I'm with fingers on this. It's probably one of my favourite tracks as well.
Yeah. By far my favourite track.
Okay. Penultimate race of the season then.
Let's find out what's at round 20. Oh! Singapore!
Son of a bitch.
So last season Singapore was round 20. This season Singapore is round 20.
Wow.
It's getting closer to the final race of the season though, because we've only got 21 races this time. But it does mean that we won't have a round 21 because no one will turn up. No.
Son of a bitch.
Singapore, it's a very, very... It's a Marmite track. You'll either love it or you hate it. It would have been a great final race of the season, but everyone has to tough themselves through Catalonia for the final race of the season. Tazo, your words on those two tracks?
Son of a bitch. I really wanted the Singapore finale because Singapore, I'm sorry, but I do not think there's a better track on the grid. It's a cracking track. Difficult, technical, lots of overtaking. Singapore is a difficult track. What's not to like about it?
No, it's a good track.
I'm waiting for Pingers to give so many excuses.
No, I like Singapore. I just fucking hate Spain.
Good. Yeah, no one likes Spain.
Everybody hates Spain. Singapore's one of those tracks where you can if you go for a manoeuvre, you've got to be quite careful about it because the track can actually tighten very, very quickly and squeeze you out of a move and actually cripple your race completely.
Yeah, 100%. And again, you know what? The thing with Spain as well that annoys me is the fact that we don't have the layout again. And I know, it's something that was announced more recently, but let's be honest, the track layout's there already. It's not difficult for them to amend that, but instead we've got that shitty, tight left-hander going up the hill instead of the fast corners.
Wow. So a crazy track draw. Always a little bit of fun. And we're going to start, obviously, next season, season 18, or this season, I should say, with Britain. Then we go to Azerbaijan with Canada third. France is our fourth track. Another early start for the French Grand Prix. Hungary in fifth. Sixth race of the season will be Brazil with Australia seventh, followed, well, closely by its track that is usually followed closely by China. USA is the ninth track. 10th is Monaco, so mid-season is Monaco and Netherlands. Mexico is the 12th track of the season with Austria in 13th. It's making it sound like I'm running down a grid order, let alone a track order. 14th is Monza. 15th is the historic track of Japan. Everybody's favourite Abu Dhabi, which is going to reign for everyone on the 16th on the calendar. 17th is Russia with another historic track of Belgium in 18th. 19th for Bahrain. Singapore will be our 20th race of the season. And then we have Spa. Not Spa, Spain.
Personally, I thought that Spain would qualify
I know.
higher. Oh, 27 months has been a while. Okay, yeah. Personally, I thought Spain would qualify higher, but there we go. One thing I have noticed as well, second track and second last track, street circuits, and then slap bang in the middle just about, Monaco, street circuit. So they're spread quite nicely. It's not like we're going to have to do back to back to back, which is great.
No. We yeah, it's not one after the other, which might kill some people. But thank you, Sambo, for your
Thank you,
sub.
Sambo.
Much appreciated. And then it's team owners, isn't it? Light Shock in the Alpine with Trolled in Aston Martin, Slow Dog in the McLaren, Scotsman in the Red Bull, Big Wee in the Williams, or should we say Big Williams? PRS Carroll in the Ferrari, F1XL Dom is the AlphaTauri team owner,
That was
and
awful.
My Life Haas and F1XL Jimmy taking the Mercedes with the Alfa Romeo team as the reserve. Yeah, it's awful, but that's why I'm here, to be awful.
Oh, no, that is what he's going to be called on the streams
Big
next
Williams.
week, is PES Big Williams, yep.
Oh. Wow, okay, so a crazy track draw. I'm sure there's a few more bits to go through, but don't forget, in a couple of minutes' time, I will be taking back over the procedure. That's not right. Production of the show by doing the Taz versus Warder round 1 event, where we choose our teams through a load of mini games in the middle, and yeah, it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful. I'm in for another loss, I think.
3
This
in
is
a
why
row.
I'm here.
Yeah, guys, don't go anywhere because we're just gonna stop the stream a sec, but then it will be straight back up with that.
Yes, thanks for tuning in for this part, guys, and we'll see you shortly.
Oh, are we not doing any other talk down of everything, or is that it?
I thought
Yeah,
you'd just done it.
Yeah, you pretty much did it.
I thought there was. Oh, okay, fair enough. Cool.
No,
We'll
you
see
can
in a
carry it
minute.
on. Yeah, we'll carry it on.
I was going to say that there's still a bit to talk about the track, surely, and the team owners, and if not, then I will just stop it and. go
Yeah,
on to
I think we stop it there.
Yeah,
because,
we're gonna
because
carry
we need
on
to have
anyway,
stuff
so.
to talk about next week, don't we?
Very true. Very true.
Right. Well, cheers, guys, and we'll see you in about a minute.